àwọn èèyàn mi èèyàn àlàáfíà ni wọ́n o. My people are peaceful people. Ẹ wo Senator Natasha ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Senator Natasha tó represent Kogi Central òun ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o wípé àwọn èèyàn àlàáfíà ni wọ́n. Kódà ó tẹ̀síwájú ó sọ wípé wọn ò fẹ́ ìyànjẹ wọ́n sì kọ̀wọ̀ sí. Ó sọ pé ó gba òun ní oṣù kan kí òun tó lè ronú bí òun ṣe bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí gbogbo awuyewuye gbogbo wàhálà tóun ń kojú ní Senate House lórí suspension tí wọ́n suspend ẹ̀. Ẹ wò ó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń lọ nílùú wa yìí o àfi kọ́ ló ń gbà wá. Ó tẹ̀síwájú o pé nígbà gbogbo òun lòun máa ń rọ àwọn èèyàn pé kí wọ́n máa pa òfin mọ́ kán má sì fa wàhálà kán má sì jà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìpàdé ìta gbangba tó ṣe ní bí ọjọ́ méjì sẹ́yìn. Ó sọ pé ìpàdé náà ó lọ nírọwọ́rọsẹ̀ wípé àwọn jẹ àwọn jó àwọn sì mu. Ẹ wò ó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa Senator Natasha ó sọ̀rọ̀ o pé lánàá òde yìí òun sì ṣe empowerment fún àwọn carpenter àti pé òun tún fi maternity àti ilé ìtọ́jú àwọn ọmọ kékeré òun fi lọ́lẹ̀. Lákòótán ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi Senator Natasha ti sọ̀rọ̀ o. Ó ṣàlàyé wípé kódà wọn bá suspend òun illegally ní Senate House wípé ó sọ fáwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ wípé I am still your senator o senator yín sì ni mo jẹ́. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa ẹ má jẹ́ ń gbà yín lákòókò fọ́nrán náà wà ń bí ẹ jẹ́ kí o gbájọ mójútó bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń bá mi wò ó ẹ máa bá wa subscribe kẹ́ máa bá wa like ẹ jẹ́ kájọ comment ẹ wò ẹ drop comment yín sí comment section kí lẹ rí sí ohun tí Natasha ń là kọjá gan kí la rí sí i ṣé ẹ ṣe wípé àwọn kan fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ ọlá gbá lójú àbí kí lẹ̀yin náà rò ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
My people are very peaceful and I've always preached peace. Let me say this. Everyone knows that the Bira person, we are very assertive. We're so assertive that it might come up as if we are stubborn, but we aren't. We do not like being cheated. And I tell you, it took a whole lot for me to speak calm to my people in the past 1 month so that they will not react to my suspension or to the harassment claim, because they were very upset when I came up on Arise Then to narrate the challenges I had to face in the Senate the past 1 year. So that ordinarily created a lot of anger in the minds of an average Ibera person. And if you know us, we are typically the fire. If we are to align us to an element, I would say we are the fire brand. We just boom up. So I had to preach calm to them. I've told them to be law-abiding citizens, not to take law into their hands. And believe me, if you know the history of my people, you actually appreciate the fact that they have remained peaceful. And what we saw there, like I said, there was a lot of dancing, there was celebration, we ate, and we danced, and we chatted to ourselves. And the next day, which was yesterday, I had an empowerment program, which we did some trainings for citizens, for indigents in welding and carpentry. And then I also flagged off the groundbreaking ceremony of the maternity and child care center, which I was constructing. So it was pretty much peaceful. There was no violence, there was no fighting, no shouting, nothing. So,
except that it became political when you started speaking.
I'm a politician. No, let me rephrase. I'm a political reformer. I like to be called a political reformer. And I'm a serving senator. The fact that I'm suspended illegally does not remove my legitimacy as a senator. I remain a senator. And at every gathering, I owe my people a duty to educate them on politics and their expectations with regards to the situations we faced, which was the recall. Mind you, ever since the should I say, crisis or challenges started, I've not had a chance to explain to them. I wanted to speak to them through the local radio, but then I thought, you know what, let me keep that, meet with them and explain to them face to face. I owe it to my people. That is what a responsible leader will do. They had a lot of questions. They wanted to know, they wanted to hear from me what exactly was I going through, how serious was that, what are they supposed to do? They knew about the fake recall. They all heard about it, and they were really angered. So I had to educate them on that. So that was...
so the point I'm the question I'm trying to ask you is, at what point do you think you may have crossed the line? Because what the government said you should not do is political gathering. At the moment when you started addressing the crowd and you were talking politics, don't you think, you're a lawyer, don't you think you've crossed the line?
No, like I said, I did not cross any line. Politics is a way of life. You are not a politician, but we are discussing politics here. Does it mean you have also crossed the line virtually, since we are discussing what happened in Kogi State? No. As a politician, even if I wasn't a politician, the atmosphere was tensed because of the political situations around. And it was like, believe me, even if it wasn't in my home, at every gathering, marketplaces, religious homes, schools, that discussion, Natasha's recall, Senator Natasha's suspension, was a burning topic in every home. So, I mean, there was no law broken, and I don't think the state governor has the right to dictate what I speak and how I communicate to my people and determine the nature of our conversations. That's wrong.
I'm not sure you have any grievance or any issues with Governor Ododo. I think both of you are cool, isn't it?
Well, to a large extent, I thought we were cool until he took heed of ex-governor Yahaya Bello's request, which was to align with my recall. I was actually surprised at that. And if you watched my speech at my hometown, I did mention that the Senate President, Sen Akpabio, first called on Governor Ododo to commence my recall, but he turned that down. And later on, 2 days after, on the 14th day of March, 2025 this year, Sen Akpabio called on Yahaya Bello to commence my recall. And what did Yahaya Bello do? He tasked Ododo, and Ododo could not say no. So he went on. The petitions, the primary petitioners, the 14 of them that submitted the first cover letter, were all signed by special advisors to Ododo himself.
So they
were all APCs.
You think you're inferring that the governor may have had a hand in your recall?
He does, has a hand. He gave approval. They're all his staff. All of them. Governor Ododo is the APC leader in the state. And for about 4 of the signatures there, the primary signatures supporting the first petition, the cover letter, were all his staff.
Let me
They're
ask
all
you,
his aides.
You said the Senate President, Sen Akpabio, allegedly, according to you, called Governor Ododo, called Yahaya Bello, but you were not there when these calls came. And those who say it is spurious as far as if you cannot have or lay evidence on the call log on the moment they call, and you were not in the room when the call was being placed.
You know, there's nothing that happens around the Senate that one does not get to know, either immediately or the day after,
even
or
if they
shortly
lie
after.
to you.
No, you have a way of verifying. I don't deal with just rumors. I make sure I verify. And I do have my primary sources. And the moment I got to know about it, it was actually about 10 p.m. So when Senator Asukwo drove him from Hilton Hotel to Sen Akpabio's residence, and that's where the meeting held. And immediately after that, I called on the press. I'm not sure if I called you, but I know I spoke to the correspondent from about 3 newspapers, Guardian, Punch, and others. And I told her, even Premium Times, I think, and I was like, look, this is it. There's a plan to recall me. Why don't you put it out there? And they asked, where is the evidence? Of course, I didn't have any evidence, but it did happen. So shortly after, when the process started, they called on me. I said, oh, Senator Natasha, you actually told us. I was like, I did tell you. I wanted you to blow it up, because one thing about Nigeria is sometimes when you put out information and preempt them, they get to pull back. But again, the danger there is they could sue. the media houses, like it will almost amount to hearsay or rumor that they went ahead to publish. So I do respect the publishing homes for not going out with that story, because it could have been dangerous, you know, and counterproductive to their image. But I tell you, everything I speak about, I'm a lawyer, I'm a senator, and I understand how Nigeria works. And for me, the most important thing is this recall process has been stalled. And I give kudos and credit to INEC, even though I believe they should have thrown it away from the first on the first go. I think it was void ab initio, because listen to what the gentleman said, that there is no law in the Electoral Act that says that a petition should be discarded just because there is no address. But again, what if the address is false? Because the address provided there is number 4, Oborokeba, Oboroke, Kogi State. I bet you there's no address like that. Oboroke is just 5 minutes away from me, and I did send people there. There is no address. Most of the streets in my hometown, they are not labeled. So the question to add to INEC is, what if the address is fake? And again, the cover letter of the petition was Kogi Central Political Frontier. And we ran a check with CAC, and that does not exist again. So the question to INEC is, can a non-registered body sponsor a petition against a senator? I think these are loopholes that INEC needs to look into.
We give you the latest trending news. Thanks for watching.